time for save, export, and run. So before we do our save, I want to remove this data. So because I haven't committed this data to the geo package yet, I can remove it the normal way by right-click, remove group, and click OK. Now I'll just preserve this data. I want it to stay as part of the geo package. So if I hit this button to save the project, oh, whoops, I don't know if I did that right or not, but that data might have already been part of the geo package because I had already saved it. So that's okay. Let's just continue on. So save. Now let's close these guys. Actually, we're done with these, right? So let's close those. And we can turn our areas back on just so that we know we already calculated that. And now we can export and run. So that should be pretty export. And then here is our lesson for export. And then we run it. And it said, yes, I did schematize the storm drain layers. And I'm going to now export the IMP file. Boy, that's a lot of buttons, yes buttons to click. Okay, now we do the run. So we just should have set our path as soon as we did our export, so we can just click run. And if this starts without an error message, we can move on. Nope, okay, we have an error message. We'll click OK. Now we need to go, now we know our storm drain runs, so this shouldn't be related to our storm drain. So if I click, let's see, we're actually done with this data, so we can delete it. And we exported our data here, and we can check our error.check files. Actually, why don't we sort by type, and we'll just open all our check files. This will be a good time to go over them. So if I click, let's see, edit with Notepad++, and then no. Okay, so then we're done with these. Okay, here's our check files. Okay, so this says ARF. The following ARF values were adjusted to 1 to eliminate the potential for instability related to a small surface area. And as you can see, it's anything greater than 0.90 is reset to 1. Okay, so that's ARF. Now, this channel extends through a levee in bank 5528. Okay, let's see that one. That could be our problem. So let's go and see that one. We may have to adjust the position of our levee. Our channel is a little bit wider than I normally make my channel. Yes, that's exactly what's wrong. Okay, so my channel's a little bit wider than I normally make my channel. I normally have it a little bit narrower through here. That's why we also had to reposition our outfalls. So what I need to do here, I'm not going to mess with the channel because that would be a lot harder than simply repositioning the levee line. So if I go to my levee line and I get my vertex tool, I can just move my levee to this side and that will be just fine. And then I click turn it off, save, and then I need to recalculate that levee. So levee tool, and that should reposition the levee right there. And yes, and there you go. It is no longer going through that right bank. We can just check the rest of them along there. They're all fine. Okay, so let's re-export our data, but we don't need all of the data this time. We just need the levee data. So if I export the data, I am already at the right spot. Just replace the levee file, and then we can click run. Now we may need to go and fix another error message, but I think we should be okay. Okay, the model runs, so we can just leave it to run, and then we will open it up for the summary and review all the data that all the summary data that we can find.